Hey everyone, it's Deacon082, and last time on Pokemon Red version, we ran into a wild Nidoking in Viridian Forest, not even in the grass. I don't understand exactly why this guy was here, but we're going to try to catch this thing because it's a Nidoking, Nidoking's a boss, and, well, it's only level 1, but we could probably change that. Now this guy is going to be a lot harder to catch than a Weedle or something. But why is this Nidoking here in the first place? Well, I should probably try to explain that. You see, in the last episode, when I ran into the wild Kakuna, it happened to be on the same space as the trainer. Now, it does that so that if you run into a wild battle on the same space as the trainer, the game won't get confused and it will give you the wild battle first. Now that's normally not a concern, as you'll get the trainer battle right afterwards, but since we died in the wild battle, we actually got warped back to the Pokemon Center instead of the trainer battle. So that's a pretty interesting glitch there. Now you can actually use that to make Pokemon appear. And I'm not actually going to name this Nidoking, but basically we made this Nidoking appear because we thought, well, we made the game think that we were supposed to have a battle there. And we got into the battle with the Nidoking because the last Pokemon I fought, which was actually off screen, was a level 4 Rattata, which just so happens to wield Nidoking. So we got a Nidoking to appear. Now it's level 1 because I actually used Growl on it 6 times. Normally Pokemon you make appear like that are level 7. So this one's level 1. And that's also very interesting because we can do this. We can get into a battle with a Kakuna with our Nidoking. So let's see, we got all kinds of attacks. Horn attack is pretty powerful. Pretty strong attack there, but I don't want to use Thrash because we get locked into it, so... Okay, this is gonna take a while, so I guess we'll switch to Commander. But we don't have Ember, so we can't finish it off quickly anyway, so I guess I'll cut to the end of this battle, because you don't want to sit here and watch me fight a Kakuna for 10 minutes. Okay, so when you finally take out the Kakuna, we get a little bit of experience. Nidoking gets 25, and Nidoking actually grows to level 100 right off the bat. That is a pretty interesting glitch, but let's take a look at Nidoking's experience right now, and you'll see why. Its experience is, well, that's actually the maximum, but it had like an almost infinite number of experience, because the way that experience is calculated in this game, there is one experience group called medium slow that takes about 1.05 million experience to get to level 100. The experience is actually broken in them at level 1, which is why you never see wild level 1 Pokemon. The experience they have there is actually about negative 63. And what that means is, the games could not really handle negative numbers that well. And because it has negative 63 experience, if you give it less than 63 experience, the game will recalculate the experience, see that it's still negative, which rolls over to a very, very high positive number. And because of that, he will grow automatically to level 100 because the game thinks he has the experience to be level 100. So now we have a Nidoking level 100, and let's see, what else can we do now? Well, we have several Pokeballs, not really that important. I'd say we go head to Route 3. Let's see, you're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challengers. Follow me. Okay, so this guy takes you back over to where Brock was, and then he kind of disappears over there. Not a big deal. He just kind of walks through a wall. You know, I like walking through stuff that we shouldn't be able to walk through too, so how about this really interesting glitch here we're going to show off? Okay, so we can actually pop up our start menu after that, and let's save the game, because that's a cool thing to do nowadays. So he's gonna take us back. Wait a minute, he's not walking with us right now. We're just kind of walking on our own over to the gym. Well, this is kind of cool. Yeah, that's interesting. And then he magically appears to walk away. You know what, I think I'm gonna reset the game here because that was kind of freaky. Maybe we should let him walk us over to the gym again. Yeah. Let's try this again. Let's walk over to the gym. If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock. What's gonna happen here? You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challengers. Follow me. Up, there he goes. Where did he come from? Nobody knows, but he's walking through the Pokemart. He's just walking all over the place. What are you doing, dude? If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock, and then he appears there again. Okay, that's kind of interesting. But, there's one more thing you can do with this, and it's really clever how it was discovered. It was discovered almost by accident. So he's gonna try to take us to the gym again, but this time... No thanks, I don't want to go to the gym. We're just gonna get on to Route 3. Yeah, we don't need to beat Brock. Brock's not important. We can just head on to Mount Moon without fighting him. And that here is going to bring me to the actual purpose of this run. What is going to make it different from any other Pokemon run that you've seen? Well, you probably haven't seen this, so I'll explain it. Basically, we just skipped over Brock. And Brock is actually not required to beat the game at all, which is actually kind of funny. You can actually skip Brock and still make it to the Elite Four, because his badge check is actually skippable. So I could do that. I could have a 7 badge run of Pokemon Red version, but I have something else in mind, and that something else, well, I want to see how far we can go with no badges at all. Now you're probably thinking, well, you can't actually go very far. You actually don't have to fight Misty to get to Vermilion. You actually, the only problem where you get stuck when you do that is Misty lets you use Cut. So you can't actually use Cut, which puts you, you get stuck because you can't go east onto Route 9 towards Rock Tunnel and Lavender. But I've already done 2 kind of major glitches in this run so far, and there are many, many more glitches that you can do in Pokemon Red version. And I'm sure most of you know about some of the glitches, but I'm pretty sure you don't know about all of them, and that's going to be my goal in this. It's not really going to be a Let's Glitch Pokemon Red. I don't want to really steal that from Missing No Expert, who says he's going to start a Let's Glitch Pokemon Red. But we are kind of Let's Playing it, and we are kind of glitching it, so I guess you could call it a Let's Glitch. But it's actually going to be a badgeless run of Pokemon Red, and we're going to see what we can do in this game with no badges at all by exploiting many, many glitches in the game. And right now is kind of the most boring part of the game, because there aren't any more glitches we can do for a while, and we have to fight all these trainers, but it's much faster than actually fighting them with Charmander, because we can one-hit everything by just mashing the A button. So I'm actually tempted to cut out towards Mount Moon, but this is the last trainer we have to fight, and there's one more thing I want to look for before we get to Mount Moon. I might actually speed up Mount Moon, because it's a pretty fast thing anyway, plus we'll be running into like all kinds of Zubats, so I might as well just speed up and cut that, because I don't know, a Zubat counter would be pretty interesting, but I don't have the time for that. And this, I explained all the glitches. Well, I explained what I'm going to be doing in this run in terms of glitches, but we're not going to be doing any more in this episode, so it's going to be pretty boring if I don't speed up to get to the next area of the game. So, we are now heading up to Mount Moon. There's no real need to heal. So, into Mount Moon we go. And the first thing we have to do in Mount Moon is TM12. That is actually not the item I was looking for. I was looking for this Moonstone. Wait, where's the Moonstone? I have in my notes, it's on the left at the entrance. Boy, my notes are not very good. Yeah, I really could have done a practice of this because I made these notes so long ago. There's also a trainer here somewhere that I really don't want to run into. Okay, no big deal. We'll cut this out. If I was speedrunning this, I know pretty much everything there is for a speedrun. That is a potion as well, so the Moonstone must be over here. This has to be it. That's a rare candy, okay. This must be the Moonstone. That is an escape rope. Oh boy. Where is this Moonstone? This is hardly fair. Oh, duh. Now obviously I know where the Moonstone is here. My notes are wrong. My notes that I made 3 years ago and didn't bother to really proofread say, pick up Moonstone, first floor west of entrance. Well, that's not a Moonstone, so I don't know what the hell I was talking about because the Moonstone is all the way back here in the corner. I knew that. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that my notes were wrong, but that's where the Moonstone is. And now we gotta finish Mount Moon, and I'm thinking about just speeding this up until the end of Mount Moon, because there's really only one more thing in Mount Moon that's important. Well, two more things. Of course the fossil's important, because you kinda have to get the fossil, so yeah, the fossil's important, and that's really all there is to it. We have one more trainer we have to fight up here before we can do that, and that is a Team Rocket guy who's looking for the fossils. We can cut this out. Like I said, there's really no point in showing trainer battles that aren't required because, I mean, I can take them all out in one hit with Nidoking. There is a second Moonstone hidden in that block, and we're going to get the fossil after this battle. And stupid old me from like 3 years ago didn't think it was important to put down which fossil to get, so I actually had to take a break during that last battle to go and look to see that I need the dome fossil. Now normally I don't revive the fossils or anything, but I don't know, Kabutops is pretty cool. Now how are we ever going to get to Cinnabar Island though to revive that? Well, that's a long way in the future, but yeah, I suppose I'll just have it just in case. Normally I pick the Helix fossil just because it's faster to get to. Up here we are going to pick up the TM for Whirlwind. I don't know if I'll be using it, but it's nice to have either way. Okay, so we're now here in Cerulean City. Well, we are now. I'm used to the backgrounds changing, but they don't in this game. We're going to heal at the Pokemon Center, and I think this is a good place to stop this episode. So next time on Pokemon Red Badgeless, we are going to be headed, I don't know, I don't really want to spoil what we're doing next because, I don't know, we're doing this with no badges. We could do anything we want. We could, well, besides go to the gym. We can do anything we want besides that. So, this has been Deacon082, and I'll see you guys next time.